So, obviously, the Canucks season is over. It's a disappointing end to what was a really, really good season. However, when one door closes,
another one opens.
This is Face Value Football Edition. NFL Draft coming up in Chicago, April 30th, Thursday. So we decided let's go over a couple of the key rookies, the key prospects in the draft. We won't be going over all positions, all prospects, because ain't nobody got time for that. But we'll be going over the main ones, the ones you'll be hearing about the most. And yeah.
Just want to make a side note before we start. It was a catch.
And now that we have that out of the way, let's dive right into QBs. First overall, Tampa Bay Bucks on the clock, probably looking like they're going to take Jameis Winston.
Yeah, looks like that Jameis is probably the best bet for them. He played in a pro-style offense in Florida State. The most pro-ready guy here, very smart quarterback, great pocket awareness. The off-the-field issues are the only thing that would probably be detrimental to him if Tampa Bay wanted to go another direction. But I'm pretty sure it's safe. Tampa Bay will be taking Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis Winston, definitely the most pro-ready quarterback out of the draft. Yeah. Definitely over the number 2 ranked quarterback on everyone's list, Marcus Mariota.
Interesting. Mariota played in what Chip Kelly made in Oregon as well, just the up-tempo offense, no huddle kind of thing. Didn't take many snaps. I believe he took about 99% of his snaps in shotgun. So as far as being pro-ready, it depends what offense he goes to. Some people have him going as high as number 2, Tennessee. Some people have him slipping to New York or Philly or whatever if there's a trade. But it's safe to say with Mariota that he's going to go more than likely into the top 10 as well.
Yeah, and it's interesting to note that if Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota go first and second overall in the draft, the last time that happened, 2011, Andrew Luck, RG3, and not that we're trying to compare too much, but there are some similarities there. Andrew Luck, pro-style quarterback coming out of Stanford, similar to Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Just both pro-ready quarterbacks.
Very smart football knowledge. Luck scored an incredibly high rating, so did Winston.
Yeah. And RG3 out of Baylor.
Yeah, RG3, athletic quarterback, great scrambler, similar to Marcus Mariota. Definitely the superior athlete between him and Winston. Ran a good 40 time. Loved to scramble, ran that high tempo in Oregon. So similarities are there. Not trying to compare them, but there are some notable similarities.
Shit's spooky. And moving on to running backs, what a lot of potentially Raven fans
and Cowboy fans
are looking into, Todd Gurley, Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, very deep running back class, but those two, Gurley and Gordon, are almost surefire to go in the first round. Gurley is the highest rated of them both. Some people have him going in the top 10. Looks like he'll be in the top 20 more than likely. Yep. The thing with Gurley is he's coming off the big knee injury, so there's the doubt there, but when he played, he was dominant. And Melvin Gordon, tremendous season from him. Fast, leggy running back. Gurley's got a good mix of the power and the speed. Both are tremendous players. It'd be interesting to see where they go. I know as a Cowboys fan, if Gordon is available, there's a good chance that the Cowboys could be taking him.
Ravens, maybe not looking so much for a running back, but with Justin Forsett and Talaferro in the backfield, and obviously Pierce with the DOI, he's off the team now. It'd be nice to get one of those top-end running backs for sure.
Other teams, obviously, some people have Gurley going to the Jets even, that high at 6. You know, Miami, San Diego, those are some other teams that could really use a running back as well. These guys, Gurley looks like he's top 20 guaranteed. Gordon looks like he's first round guaranteed. Great year for running backs all around.
Yeah. And moving on towards wide receivers, a couple of the highlighted names that you'll be seeing during Thursday night's festivities. Amari Cooper, Kevin White, Devante Parker, and Dorial Green-Beckham.
Pretty good class for receivers there. Not as talented as last year's class that had Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry.
But still a very deep class.
Yes, very deep. Amari Cooper's probably the number 1, him or Kevin White. Interesting to see if the two quarterbacks go 1 and 2, if Leonard Williams is gone, it's almost certain that the Raiders will be taking probably Amari Cooper, I'd say. You can see teams like Chicago Bears going after Kevin White. One that's interesting is Devante Parker going back to Minnesota to play with Teddy Bridgewater, who he played with in college. Dorial Green-Beckham's the interesting one. Tremendous talent, a lot of off-the-field issues. So some people have him falling out of the first round. I can't see that. I see a team like the Saints, if he's available in the late 30s, 31. If he's somehow still available, the Saints would probably snatch him up.
Yeah, the guy's a talent.
He is. He's a tremendous talent. Great receiving class, but it'll be interesting to see where everyone goes.
And a couple guys to mention from the quarterbacks. We got Trey Waynes, who's looking like a solid quarterback, probably lockdown guy. And Kevin Johnson.
Yeah, Kevin Johnson was probably going to be considered about a mid-round pick, and then he had that amazing combine, tremendous vertical, broke the record for the broad jump as far as the combine goes, ran a good 40, about 4.52, just a great athletic freak. That's bumped him up to a majority of people having him selected in the first round. It'll be interesting to see, again, as a Cowboys fan, if he's available, there's no running back, they need help at corner. There's a lot of people who have the Cowboys picking Kevin Johnson.
And on to the can't-miss player of the draft. This is the cream of the crop. This guy you're going to be hearing a ton about, Leonard Williams.
Yeah, the can't-miss prospect, Leonard Williams, tremendous lineman, can play interior, outside, good against the run, good pass rusher. Yeah, a lot of people have him going second to Tennessee. You can see that. So maybe if he slips past Tennessee, maybe Jacksonville or Oakland would snatch him up at 3 or 4. He's not going out of the top 5 though. And then another 2 guys expected to go high in the draft for defensive linemen, Vic Beasley and Dante Fowler Jr.
Yeah, probably 2 of the best pass rushers, arguably the 2 best pass rushers in the draft this year. They do so well setting the edge.
Yeah, they do. They do a great job. Vic Beasley, another guy who had a great combine that really bumped him up. We'll see how high he goes. Atlanta could be a talk. Some people have him at the Jets as well. Fowler Jr., a lot of people have him. If Williams goes second, he would probably go third to Jacksonville. So just a really good draft for defensive linemen. Those are the 3 that are considered the best though going into this draft. So it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out.
So that's all the buzz about all the prospects in the draft. Of course, there's always going to be some buzz about trades. And we've had a decent amount of trade speculation around a couple teams. The Chargers potentially moving Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, wow. That's that one's pretty crazy. It's rare to see a guy like Rivers, a top 10 quarterback, get traded. He says he doesn't want to move his family out to LA because the team looks like they'll relocate eventually. So then obviously he's from Tennessee, his wife's from Tennessee. That's kind of the fit there.
Another name that potentially could get moved, Adrian Peterson, obviously. Minnesota might be, or is obviously looking to move him. Yeah. There's been talk about the Cowboys. Yeah. Arizona a couple times. Where's he gonna go?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, Minnesota's kind of got their hands full there. Peterson seems like he doesn't want to return. I don't see Dallas making a play for him. His cap hit's really high. He signed on for 3 total years. Obviously, they could restructure his deal, but I just don't believe the Cowboys are interested in paying a running back that much money right now, especially in such a deep class. The Cardinals are interesting. They could obviously use him a lot to compete with Seattle in that division. Again, though, I just don't see Peterson being moved on draft day, and to be honest, I don't see him being moved at all.
And to close it off, one team that no one has any idea what the hell they're doing, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes. Wow, that offseason that they had there. The LaShawn McCoy trade, they let go of Macklin, they signed DeMarco Murray. They had a wild offseason. They signed Byron Maxwell as well, let go of Kerry Williams. I have no idea what's going to happen with the Eagles. Obviously, Mariota is the perfect fit in that Chip Kelly system. He ran that system while Kelly was at Oregon, and he'll be great in the system if he plays with the Eagles next year. Names that are out there right now, just rumors again, Fletcher Cox, Michael Kendricks. They'd obviously move their first round pick. That's a lot to give up. There's a rumor of a 3-way trade between them, Cleveland, and Tennessee. Maybe Bradford would be on the move, who they traded for in the Foles trade. I have no idea what the Eagles are doing.
But it just kind of seems like Chip Kelly always somehow, some way ends up getting what he wants.
It does.
So it wouldn't surprise me to see Mariota be an Eagle at the end of the day. It wouldn't. It would take a lot of work to make that happen.
Yeah.
And those are the biggest names in this year's draft class. We'll be seeing those names being called up by Roger Goodell on Thursday in Chicago.
Man, it feels good to have some football talk back, eh?
Maybe it does. Anyways, guys, that's Joe Flacco. That's Des Bryant. And no, it was not a catch.